Hi, my name is Ted. I adopted my dog Wonka here at the Baldwin Park Animal Shelter. I started a petition to open the pounds because they've moved to a whole new system.
This is Laura Jones from All About the Animals. We're here at Baldwin Park Animal Care Centre to take a stand today because we have huge concerns about the ongoing closures of the shelters to the public, the LA County shelters. While adoptions are possible via online appointments, there are huge barriers to be able to do this.
Since I started my petition, people are telling me that it's taking days and days, 6 days on average, just to get back to the shelter. So if you show up to the shelter, they turn you away, expect to wait 6 days from going home, emailing them, waiting for them to contact you, and then 3 days after they finally contact you, finally getting an appointment to come back to the shelter. This is ridiculous. They have hundreds of dogs at all of these shelters and they need out now.
So I did volunteer at the shelters for 2 years while they were open, while they were operating normally. I've been with Rescue for the last couple years, so I've seen personally how this is affecting the public, how it's affecting the animals, how it's affecting rescues. It's a huge issue that really needs to be addressed. People need to be able to walk through and see the animals that they're going to adopt. A lot of people don't have access to computers, which the county thinks that they do, and that they should be able to use computers to be able to adopt an animal. And unfortunately, that's causing a lot of problems. There are people who have their animals that can't get them out because they can't access a computer.
Hello, this is Chappie, and I'm Gator. We're with Angels in Training Senior Dog Sanctuary from out in Calabasas, California. Okay, yeah, it's ridiculous right now the way things are, because before COVID, people could just come in to the shelter, sign a little waiver, meet whatever dogs they wanted to meet, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I've met multiples on occasions, but nowadays with the email and appointment system, you get signed up for one dog and you come in and can only see that one dog, and if you want to see another dog, you have to send a separate email and get a separate appointment, which is just ridiculous.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I was a volunteer at the Baldwin Park shelter for 7 years. I feel that closing the shelters to public is wrong. They are full of animals. These animals need human interaction. They're sitting in their kennels and their cages. Staff is not allowed to go and spend time. They have their work to do. Sometimes you have people that don't use computers or have language barriers, and so they cannot go online. They need to come in, and this is being taken away. And by closing the shelters and people not being able to make eye contact with an animal, to bond with an animal, the euthanasia rate is going to go up because these animals are not going to be adopted out. Even if you limit the people that come in, that's fine, but the animals need people to come and adopt them. They need people to meet them, and they need that eye contact and that affection that staff is not allowed to do.
There's nobody lined up. There's nobody. And all of these animals are behind me are waiting to find their forever homes. There are so many animals that need to find their forever home here. And with these doors closed, that can't happen. We need to open these doors. We need to let potential adopters be able to see and connect and love these animals. So we need to open these shelter doors so that can happen now. Thank you.
As far as the mentality that the animals need the calm and quiet, that is not true. They sit in their kennels with no attention, no affection, other than getting their kennels and cages clean. They need interaction. They need somebody to talk to them, to show them affection. To see a dog in a kennel get so excited when a family stops in front of their kennel and talks to them and they're wagging their tails and barking. These are the things that are not going to happen, and ultimately the lack of human interaction will cause these animals to shut down and become more and more fearful.
They've been closed for walkthroughs for quite some time now. The dogs are suffering, rescues are suffering. Rescues are extremely overwhelmed right now. We're trying to keep up with the demands, but there are a ton of animals in the shelters that need help. A lot of the dogs aren't getting to be seen. They aren't getting interactions with the public, and that's a huge issue.
I'm a former volunteer for United Hope for Animals, and my job was to take beautiful photos of these animals so that when people look on the website, they see how beautiful they are, how happy they are. and now we can't come in the shelter at all. So what the public sees when they make their one appointment to come see the one dog they get to see is these poor little dogs with their intake photo where they're so terrified that they do not look appealing. We need to have professional portraits done. I know that we got a lot of dogs adopted in the past when we could come in and walk them and pet them and take their pictures.
So what's happening is all the shelters are full, and they're starting to euthanize right here at Baldwin Park for lack of interest in the animals. So we're here today to let people know that we want the shelters open like they were before COVID, nothing less.